All right, y'all. So it is time for a little chat while we do some candle prep. I don't need that. Not right now. Give me just a minute. We're about to get started. I'm not lazy, but I'm going to pull up a chair. Okay, so I got some candle vessels in for the new fragrances that are coming out on April the 1st, right? So we've got 3 fragrances for women and 3 fragrances for men. Hey, y'all. So these are the candle vessels that we're using for the ladies' fragrances. They're the Iridescent Mermaid. And these did come from Makesy. So they hold about 8 ounces of wax. And then here is the coordinating top. Okay? So it just sits on top like that. So it'll hold about 8 ounces. So that you still have room to trim your wick and put your top on. Okay? Thank you for the follow, Sweet Pearl. Is it Sweet La Pearl? Okay. So right now what we're going to do is I'm going to take a microfiber cloth and I'm just going to wipe out the inside. So that's the prep that we're doing today. I got some new wooden wicks from Makesy. Do I have diabetes? No, I'm just blind. So I'm just going to use the microfiber cloth and I'm going to put them back in the box, because one of the good things you can do is if you got a box and you're doing all the same fragrance in the box, clean your jars and put them back in the box. That way when you pour them, they're not all over the place. You can wick them in the box. And then when you get ready to move them, like when I get ready to move them over to the shelf, I can just pick the whole box up. Or if I just need to slide them back on the table, I'm not having to do it one by one, because they're back in the box that they came in. I can just slide the whole box. So try to make it as convenient as possible. Hello. Hey, everybody. So I figured while we're doing the candle prep, we could talk about business. Okay? We can talk about business. I know some of y'all have businesses that you do already, or you're thinking of starting a business, or you've had a business and for whatever reason you put it on pause. Okay? So you may be wanting to revamp, but it's a different climate than when you first started. So if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask. If I have the answer, or if I have, like any kind of information, if I can point you in the right direction, then I'll do that. But in the meantime, let me share something with y'all. So I had somebody, you had to put yours on pause because people stole you. Oh, Lord. Well, honey, it ain't much you can do about that. I hope you filed a police report. If you had homeowners insurance or renters insurance, you could have probably filed a claim, and got your inventory back, or got the money to repurchase inventory. I will say that part. But I had somebody to reach out to me. They wanted me to do something in regards to real estate for them. They wanted me to fill out some paperwork for them. And I am a licensed realtor in Georgia, so I know a little bit about stuff, and it's stuff that I've done before. And they came, They showed me some other paperwork that they had. And, you know, when you're going from state to state, sometimes stuff looks different, okay? But it was still the same process pretty much. So I looked at everything. I told them what all I was going to do. I asked certain questions. And it was 3 separate transactions. And when I told him what my price was, he was like, ain't that a little high? And I was like, no, it's not. And he was like, well, his exact words were, back in the day, you charged me XYZ. I said, no, I didn't charge you that much. I didn't charge you that much for this service. We've done other business together, and I may have charged you that much for something else. But for this particular service, I didn't charge that. Because it was half of what, well, no, it wasn't even half. It was 2/3 of what I was charging him today. And I said, and then you got to think about it. This is times 3. Then you want me to go and go get all the signatures, file all the paperwork, pay all of the fees involved out of my fee that I'm charging you. I said, that's not unreasonable. And he was like, well, I had went and I had talked to an attorney one time, and they told me like that was about the same price. And I was like, if you went and talked to them 3 years ago about prices, then maybe, yeah, they might have told you that. But that's not the price of today. I said, and you got to remember, this is times 3. And he was like, well, I really don't want to pay that much. And you know what I said? I said, okay. Well, here's your paperwork that I copied. I don't have a need for it, so I'm going to give you the copies. If you decide to change your mind, then just bring these copies back, and I can go off of this paperwork. These copies we won't have. Sorry, I had a phone call. So I said, you can bring the paperwork back, and, you know, we won't have to do the copies again. So then he went to my shelves. I've got some inventory on my shelves of my candles that are already made. And, he picks up 2 9.5 ounce candles. He had already asked me how much they were while I was making copies of his stuff. He was just roaming around the shop. And I said, the larger ones are $24. The smaller ones are $13, and the wax melts are $7. So he picks up 2 of the 9.5 ounce, which are the large ones, and he brings them to the register. And he said, so how much did you say these were? 2 for $40. And I just looked at him and I said, no, they're 2 for $48. Sometimes you have to put your foot down. Like, I already price. I have good pricing. Okay? My pricing is good. My pricing is comparable to other brands with similar size, similar jars. And I hand make each candle. Okay? $24 for 9.5 ounces. Handmade candle. People that don't know how much work goes into a craft, they will try to shortchange you. They will. But you have to be to a point where you stand firm in your craft. You stand firm in your business model. You have to let them know that I don't do this for fun. It is fun for me, but I don't do this for fun. This is my business. This is how I pay my mortgage, my light bill. I feed my children. Okay? This is a business. It's a for-profit business. See what I'm saying? I know people say you have not. The Bible say you have not because you ask not. Okay, I get it. You're asking for a discount. I get it. But at the same time, you just wanted a service and don't want to pay the price. I don't know if it's because he said he asked an attorney and the attorney gave him a price, and maybe I'm not as valuable to him as an attorney. But if I can do this transaction, and you know my work history because we've done business before. And before you've went with me and after talking to an attorney. So you know I know what I'm doing. Why would you do that? I get it. You want a discount. You don't want to pay what it is. Okay. You have the right to say what you don't want to pay for or how much you're willing to pay for something. And I, on the other end, have the right to say, well, we're not going to do business. Because I know how much work I put in. I know what all I'm going to have to do. My time is valuable because while I am doing your paperwork, we're having to start from scratch. Times 3. So I'm having to do your paperwork. And then I have to do the filing and whatever fees that come out of when it's time for you guys to sign and do notary. I have to pay the notary. It takes gas to get to the courthouse. I have to pay those recording fees and any other fees related to the transaction. And all of that comes out of the fee that I'm charging you. Right? So you got to stand firm. And it's okay. It is okay. If you know that your candle is worth $25, you know how much the candle vessel was. You know how much the shipping was to get the material to you. Shipping is a big cost and people don't factor that in often. Shipping is a big cost. You know how much the wax costs, the wick that you chose. You know how much coloring costs. Fragrance is not cheap at all. Not to mention if you have custom blends, then you're taking 2 or 3, maybe more fragrances, putting them together. You know how much it costs to make, and then you have to think about the time. Sometimes you have to wash candle vessels because they don't come in clean. They got fingerprints, they got dust all over them. You have to wash them one by one. You know how much work you've put in. You know how much the materials, the shipping, all of that costs. So for somebody to come and say, so can I get 2 for $30? The answer is no. At that point, you've lost money. You've lost money. How is that benefiting you? How is that benefiting you? You just lost money. You didn't even break even. Because that would be $15 for each candle. These cost $5 by themselves. I think they cost a little bit more than $5. But these, for a parable, these cost $5 by themselves. $5. More than likely, you're going to use about $2 worth of fragrance. Depending on where you got your wicks from, your wick and your wicks, the holder could be $1. You got to put a label on it. How much did your label cost? How much did all the shipping cost to get everything to you? How much time did it take you to make it? You see what I'm saying? So you've lost. You gain nothing from it. And then guess what? You've conditioned that customer to think that it's let's make a deal. That's what you do. You play let's make a deal. That's what you've just conditioned that customer to do. So from here on out, they're going to try to make a deal with you. If that's not how you run your business, then you don't need to set that precedent. You need to let your customers and your clients know from the jump, the price is the price. Unless I'm having a special, then I will let you know. But you don't get to determine the special just because you're coming to buy something. We're not in business to lose money. You got to be okay with saying no sometimes. Because then, as well as conditioning this customer to always want to play let's make a deal, when they go and tell their friend, hey, I went and bought these candles, or somebody walks into their office and they say, oh, that smells good. Where did you get that candle? And they say, oh, I got it from Row Collection. She let me get 2 for $30. Then when they come to you, they're going to say, hey, so-and-so had some of your candles. They said you sold them 2 for $30. Now your sign says $24 a piece. So that's $20 more than what Bob said that he bought them for. So think of the shock that potential customer is going to have when you say, no, my candles are $24 a piece or $25, whatever. That's $20 whole difference. Do you really think they're going to continue on with the transaction? Because they feel like they're going to feel like you just raised the price or you're price gouging. Because you let him get 2 for $30. Now you're telling me they're 2 for $50? That's price gouging. When all along your prices were already $25 a piece. But now it looks like you're price gouging. You just raised the price. When in actuality you didn't. I ask the how much they trying to spend when it comes to my film business. See, that's different. Because that's not something that's already made. Right? That's not something that's already made. So you can cater what they want based on their price. Because you may offer 10 edits within your bundle price of, let's just say, $100. Okay, they only say they got $75. Okay, well, I can take it down to 3 edits. Because that's a whole lot less time that I have to work on edits. You see what I'm saying? So I can take it down to 3 edits, and then I can let you do $75. But if you got a product that's already made, and it's the same product for each and every person, then you have to be careful with that. Because I'm just going to be honest. When I think about my business, I think about me as a customer, and I'm honest with myself. If I went to somebody and my friend had told me they got 2 candles for $30, and then now I go, he just got them last week. Now I go and it's $20 more, I'm probably not going to buy, because that's a significant difference. That's a significant difference. So to be honest, and I'm honest with myself, I'm probably more than likely I'm not going to buy. I might get a wax melt or something like that. Because I came, so I need to get something, or else I'm going to feel like I wasted a trip. Okay, I might get a car crystal, or I'll get a wax melt or something like that. Something to make my trip worth the while. But I'm not going to get those 2 candles because it looks like you just raised the price. You didn't charge him that. Why you charging me that? So you have to be careful. Let it be for all. If you're going to do a sale, let it be for all. Or if it's, for customers that made a purchase between January 1st and January 15th. There needs to be something, not just, because you asked, you said you wanted 2 for $30. I'm just going to give it to you. Because now if everybody else don't qualify for that, you look like you do bad business. Yeah, because a cupcake candle is $15 in my shop. Not negotiable unless I'm having a sale. Right. And at that time, that's something that you are offering. Not just because somebody came in and said, can I get, 2 for $20? Because again, you're setting that precedent that you're really not firm in your pricing. So I can pretty much pay what I want to pay. All I got to say is, can I get this discount? And you're going to say, yeah, because you're not firm. And I do use that example about Walmart. If they try to give me some pushback, I'm probably going to give you one rebuttal. Well, when you go to Walmart, do you ask them, can you get 2 gallons of milk for half price? No, you don't. You see what's on the shelf. You grab it out of the cooler. You take it to the register and you pay. You don't ask that. Or you don't ask them to break down why they charge what they charge. Okay, you charge $25 for a candle. Why you charge so much? Tell me why it costs so much. You don't do that when you go to Belk or JCPenney. You don't do that when you go to Bath and Body Works. You don't go in there questioning them on why they charge this, or why you don't got no coupon. Why you not having a sale? You don't do that to them. Or you don't go in there and say, I found this. They got this cheaper down at Save a Lot. Because we get that as makers. We get that a lot. Well, I saw this cheaper than that on Etsy. Or I saw this cheaper on Shein. Or such and such is having a sale. You ain't have. No, I'm not. And you have to say it. And you have to say it with conviction so that they know you're serious about your business, that you've put thought into what you're doing. Like you didn't just grab a price out of thin air. It really took some calculations, looking at the materials. If you've watched me make candles, you've watched me unbox materials, not saying that there's nothing wrong with stuff from the Dollar Tree, but I don't go buy wax at the Dollar Tree. I have good quality products. Sorry, had another phone call. But these, you can't go get these at Dollar Tree. You can't. Especially not a candle vessel with a top. Oh, no. No. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I don't use cheap materials. But if you think about it, nowadays, nothing is cheap. No matter where you get it from. Dollar Tree is not even $1 anymore. It's $1.25. At the least. Nobody's lying on the products. I'm just making an observation and telling people, if you have a business and you are a maker, stand firm in your price, because people will. My glasses won't sit. Oh, it's the scarf. There's a bump right there. People will try to haggle you, and I just used an example of somebody coming in. They didn't want to pay the price for one service, so they wanted some candles. I told them the price, And then they said, oh, so you said two for, what did I say? 2 for 40? No, it's 2 for 48. They're $24 each. But you got to stand firm, because you're setting them up to think that every time they come and buy from you, you're going to give them a discount. So I'd rather not have that customer. I'd rather for them to say, oh, okay, well, I can't afford that right now. Then I can say, well, just get one. If you got $40, that means you got enough to get one. Just get one. Come back and get the other one later. Or if they say, no, I'd rather not have them as a customer at all than to set them up to think every time they shop with me, I'm going to reduce my price. You're going to hurt yourself in the long run, because they're going to tell other people. Hopefully, if you've got good product, they're going to tell other people. And most of the time, when you see somebody else with something, you ask, well, how much you paid for that? How much was it? We're humans. We are nosy. We ask that. How much did you pay for something? And if they say 2 for 30, and they come to you and it's 2 for 50, that's the real price, the regular price, they're probably not going to buy. So not only did you lose money from the original transaction because you gave them a discount, but now you just lost another customer because of the price difference. That really wasn't a price difference, because that was your original price. So I'm not, for lack of a better word, I'll say train them to know that these are my prices. I'm confident in my prices. I'm confident in the products and services that I offer. So these are my prices, and I'm going to stand firm on it. Okay? Don't be afraid to put your foot down and say, no, I can't do 2 for 30. I can do 2 for 50. That's what I can do. I already have good pricing. I have comparable pricing. So we're going to stick to 2 for 50. And it's okay. It's okay. You're so silly. She said, my eyes are a little dry. I just put some body butter on them. Alicia, we're talking business today. This is not the other page. This is the business page. We're talking business today. So, does anybody have any business questions? Anything they want to ask me? We got about 5 more minutes. Oh, you okay? You okay? I was on your live earlier, so I saw you on there. But I was cleaning, unboxing stuff, so I was listening while I was buzzing around, packing orders. How much wood? What Chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Hey, Ray. Kung Fu Swagoo, thank you. I appreciate that. Yes, it was. You were live. What's the best website to use for my own website? I just have an Etsy shop, but I want a website too. So there's several options. I've used Wix, Wix.com. I've used, is it Equid? I think that's how you pronounce it. ECWID.com. It's really, really basic. If you've got 2 or 3 products that you're selling, you're not looking for something just fancy, you just need a basic site, something to start with, then I would do Equid, because I think depending on how your items are set up, they do have a free version. Now I use Shopify. Okay. Shopify is easy. They already have pre-made templates that you can use. So really all you have to do is plug in your specific information. And then even if you go on Etsy, you can find other templates that you can import in. Like if you want something more specific or something more fancy, something more bougie, then you can look at Etsy, and they have some templates there. But Shopify is so easy for me. Check it out. I think they have a free trial, like 30 days or something like that. Check it out. Shopify.com. Shopify.com. I think they're having a special, like you get 30 days for free to try it out. And that'll give you long enough to see how you like it. If you can work with the templates, how easy it is to, put your products up and all that kind of stuff. I'm good, Angel Mom. How are you? Somebody asked me about shipping. We've seen you struggle with shipping. How can we lower our shipping costs or even offer flat rate? Okay. So I looked at, on average, how much shipping cost me. Like for a basic order, if somebody ordered, like if you're selling t-shirts, how much does it cost on average to ship 2 t-shirts? And I would use that as a guideline to go by. So with USPS, it can vary widely. But with UPS, I found that 90% of the time I can get in right under $8. Now, if I'm shipping to California, which is literally clear across the country, it might be a little more. But 90% of the time, I can get in, even like up to, I know for certain, 2 pounds. I can get in under $8 with UPS, and everybody is usually 2 days. 2 days ship. But with USPS, it could be from 2 days to 5 days. It can range from $3.48 to $18. Do I use pirate ship? No. Because I have Shopify, I can ship everything from within Shopify. It's already built in. So I can print my packing slips. I can print my shipping labels. And they offer a discount because I have my website with them. So I get discount on shipping. So if I were to go to UPS and open up my own account with them to do my shipping, I would end up paying more because it's just one of me, right? It's just one of me. But because Shopify has all of these customers, they can go to UPS and say, hey, we got 500,000 customers that need to ship out. What kind of special rate will y'all give us? What kind of discount will you give us? They're definitely more apt to give them a discount than it just being me coming in saying, okay, I ship out maybe 100 packages a month. Can you give me a discount? They're like, no, you got to pay the rate. But Shopify coming in with 500,000 customers that ship out 100 packages a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, we want that business. We're going to give y'all a discount. Yeah, I didn't like Wix a whole lot either. That's why I'm with Shopify. And it is by far the easiest setup, easiest with doing transactions, printing forms, pulling reports. It is the easiest for me. So, okay, I got time for one more question. Anybody else have any other question? Then we're going to wrap it up. Is Shopify mobile friendly? Yes, it is. And when you're setting up your website, am I going to hire Miss Bridget? When I get to that point, yeah, I would love to hire Miss Bridget. When you're setting up your website, it gives you an option to click mobile version so that you're able to see exactly what it looks like on a mobile device. All you got to do is click the button while you're setting everything up. So if you go in and you change your banner, right, and you want to see what it looks like on a mobile phone, click the tab and it will change the format and show you exactly what it'll look like on a mobile phone. So then you can say, okay, I don't need to do this, or I need to scale it down some, or hey, I got more room than I thought. I can make it a little bit bigger and it still be okay. Am I doing mentorships? No, I'm not. But I will be doing at least once a week a live like this where I will take questions. If I have the answer, I'll give you the answer. If I don't, then I will point you in the right direction to start your research. So, all right. Well, that was the last question for today. I thank you all for coming in and cleaning candle vessels with me today. You want to send out popcorn to people to try but don't have a website. You don't necessarily need a website. You're on social media. So contact your mutuals and say, hey, send them a message. Hey, I want to send out some popcorn for people to try. Can I send you some? All I need is your address. And if you do a video, then that'll be great. You don't need a website for that to get started. Reach out to your mutuals. But yeah, I'm going to try to do this every week so that we can have some time together, answer questions, bounce ideas off of each other. So yeah, but I appreciate y'all. This will be going up on YouTube. So if you missed something, you can go back and watch it later. My YouTube channel is I Am Ro Collection. Make sure you go and follow me. The website is www.shoprocollection.com. The link is in my bio. Lord, my phone has been dry all day until I want to talk to y'all. But anyways, the link is in my bio to the website. Today we are having a sale on all cosmetics. 30% off today. The coupon code is Tuesday. That is the coupon code. 30% off of all cosmetics. So go and get your orders placed. And if you have any questions, message me. Message me on IG, because the message system over here is not too good. It's not friendly. Or wait till I get it uploaded to YouTube and you can put your questions there. And that may spark another video to answer your question. So again, thank y'all for joining me today. I love y'all and I hope y'all have a good day. Bye.